The Order of Reason spreads its wings and the world burns. We tell ourselves this is for enlightenment. We tell ourselves this is for the greater good. We tell ourselves this is for humanity. We lie to ourselves. The great engines of the Empire are all consuming beasts, heedless of anything but their own hunger. For riches, for lives, for land. Everything falls before their advance. Nations are ground to dust, histories torn apart and set aflame, treasures seized and secrets plundered. We will chain the world and all its magical wonders. Who will stop us? Welcome to Skilamalink, a tale about Mage the Ascension in the Victorian Age. We are Vorpal Tales, and we play terrifying tales and awesome adventures every day of the week. For lovers of Onyx Path products and fans of Mage the Ascension, come experience our Chronicle White Walls every Sunday at 9 p.m. on our Twitch channel. Link appearing shortly. If it's the dark and scary that calls to you, we have Trinity Continuum Aberrant on Saturdays, and if it's fantasy you crave, we play Scarlands on Friday. Be sure to check out our website, vorpaltales.com, to see our complete calendar, including all of our other games and other systems, see recaps of shows, and get the links to our past archives. You will also find links to all our social media there and our Patreon. Be sure to click follow on Twitch so you can get notified of shows, and if you check out the YouTube archive, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. Also, it's Vorpal Tales Anniversary Week. We're a very baby 1-year-old show, yay! Onyx Path is helping us give away free stuff. Follow us on our channel at twitch.tv/VorpalTales. Follow Onyx Path here, and be active in any of the chats on any day that we play this week for a chance to win prizes. 3 prizes. Grand prize winner gets a Scion 2E bundle, and the 2 runner-ups will get a Storypath core book of their choice. Everyone loves free stuff. Winners will be drawn on Friday during Scarlands on the Vorpal Tales channel between 9 and 12 Eastern Time. Also, Victorian Mage is still on Indiegogo. It just passed probably the most important stretch goal, at least for some cast members of this show, and it's powering its way towards the next one. Links will appear momentarily. Check it out. It's an awesome supplement. Special thanks to Onyx Path Publishing and White Wolf for gifting us the World of Darkness and all the support they offer us. Thanks to Astral Tabletop for the awesome virtual space we use, and to Nate Mid from right here at Vorpal Tales for our Mage 20th Anniversary Edition character sheets that you can use too if you play Mage on Astral Tabletop. Awakened, extraordinary, gentle beings, tell us who you are, as well as the name of your character in this tale.
Hello, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. And in this game, I am playing Maisie Westernraw, the Verbena Mage. I said my stuff. I don't know who's next.
John. Oh, I was looking for the list. Anyway, hey, I'm at Space Lord PJs. I will be playing Murdoch Jones, the lightning in a backpack mage.
Valid. Hey everybody, I'm Ever. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever, and tonight I will be playing Ethan, who is not a mage. However, he's a birdie bird. I mean, he's a Corvus shapeshifter. That's, yeah, I'm professional.
Hello everybody, I am Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade, and tonight I am playing Arthur Westernraw, the Chakravanti mage, who hopefully gets to fight something and do cool combat stuff. Maybe? I'm gonna die.
I'm Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama, and tonight I will be playing Joffrey Wellington, the mathematical mage.
And I am Dwayne, known across the Cabbage Patches as Made of Kimchi. Tonight I will be playing Order of Hermes mage, Dr. Otto Lyle.
+1 XP for your intro, Dwayne. Ever, if you would, please read the recap from last session.
I will. Let me tamp down the fact that Dwayne utterly broke me with that introduction. Okay. We open by preparing to visit Bedlam. Maisie packs a valise with girthy black candles, crystal ball, and other accoutrements useful for a seance. Dr. Westenra utilizes his own magic to extend his consciousness into Bedlam. He focuses his awareness on an elaborate spinning wheel, using the visualization of the spinning wheel out into the world to carry his awareness forward. The ritual only takes about half an hour, but does grant him an awareness of Bedlam's layout and general floor plan. Of special note is the strange area of more than expected unhappiness, including disgust, shock, and a strange sense of resignation. We briefly discuss what Dr. Westenra picked up, the strange emotions he experienced. After a little more preparation, the mages make their way into Bedlam. Maisie, peering out of the carriage windows, learns that it's getting near the time of the year when families put carved gourds out on their porches. Meanwhile, Maisie and Arthur discuss Lucy's demise, attempting to convince the skeptical Joffrey Wellington that Homus Nocturnus is indeed a creature. The traveling companions settle into a dining car for the short trip to Bedlam. Maisie orders herself a glass of French absinthe, while Dr. Lyle takes a brandy, Joffrey a coffee, and Dr. Westenra a Wales whiskey. Arthur describes to Lyle what sort of signs he ought to look for to determine a vampire attack. We notice a fairly loud group of travelers, who seem to be loudly celebrating something. Maisie notices an elegant, well-dressed couple drinking something elegant. Maisie doesn't know why her attention is drawn to them, but they are fascinating to her. She notices that while the gentleman is smoking a cigar and the woman is taking some lower-class laudanum? Is that how you pronounce that?
Laudanum.
Laudanum. Okay, thank you. They seem to be pretending to drink. Maisie peers at the auras of the two travelers. The man's aura is as expected, but she picks up that the woman's aura is rather powerful, and she reads a strange black symbol in the swirling colors of the aura. Meanwhile, Arthur Westenra convinces the entire train to toast to the Queen's health. To the Queen. He notices that the gentleman is a beat or two too slow to swallow. He's aggressively friendly, and seems to succeed only in chasing them away. The gentlemen pick up that the couple have done something, just not what. But Maisie hears a thought in her head. Lucy misses you. This upsets Maisie, who almost goes after the couple but decides instead to inform her companions. A wise choice. Arthur bribes a servant to tell him where the strange couple are staying, but the servant is confused. What people? Arthur, feeling he's being played for a fool, gets angry. Lyle and Maisie calm him down. Based on whispers from the other travelers, it seems that only we could see them. Or perhaps remember them? Maisie asks if the symbol she witnessed means anything to any of the other travelers. Sadly, the answer is no. Joffrey manages to obtain the drinks left behind by the mysterious couple, which he uses his magic on to form a mystical connection. He learns that the couple has somehow left the train. While it was in motion? The calculations indicate a future meeting, however. We arrive at our destination. Bedlam awaits. Upon arriving at Bedlam, Maisie collaborates with Joffrey to send a telegram back to the Westenra home, asking if Ethan might be able to help after all. We may need some assistance. It's a good thing that Ethan can shift into a raven. Arthur Westenra is greeted by one of the leading doctors, who brings Arthur to the survivor of the night attack, a young woman named Sophie Wrensmith. She's extremely high on opium and varnish, but Arthur tries to communicate with her. Maisie wants to try and purge Sophie's system and sober her up. Lyle distracts the orderly to give Maisie the freedom to work. They end up sharing a drink of that good old Wales whiskey. Maisie enchants chamomile tea to calm Sophie and remove her intoxication. It works, but maybe a little too well. As Maisie continues to nurse Sophie, she bolts out of bed and pins Joffrey to the wall, saying she likes how he smells. She identifies Arthur as Lucy's father and mocks them in Lucy's voice. Maisie slaps her, but fails to even leave a mark. Something else happens. A golden glint leaves Sophie's eyes, and she seems to come back to herself. Arthur identifies some style of correspondence and mind magic was used on her. Not quite sphere magic, but that's the flavor he identifies. Tasty. Arthur, Maisie, and Lyle work together to figure out what is transforming Sophie. Lyle, the member of the Order of Hermes, correctly identifies blood sorcery, which, as a hermetic, he has some very definitive ideas on. Arthur responds with his own blood magic and entropy sphere to try and break the connection between Sophie and the strange vampire enslaving her. Arthur's casting takes 8 minutes, during which Sophie seems to be magically capable of casting some kind of chaos. But his spell works and Sophie collapses to the floor. Just as she collapses, Ethan in Raven form arrives. Macy figures out a way to let him in the room, where he promptly pecks at Joffrey's shoes. Ethan transforms into a human, and Maisie explains what's been going on. Now that Sophie has been mostly restored to herself, Dr. Lyle can question her. She seems to be crushing on him a bit as she answers. Sophie tells a tale of a celebration gone bad, a wrong turn into a strange neighborhood. They were attacked by vagabonds and fled, taking shelter in a sewer entryway. They hear sounds of someone in distress and investigate, only to come across what appears to be a nest of living gargoyles, along with men and women. They tore Sophie's friends apart, but another woman intervened to save Sophie. The woman did, in fact, have hair as red as strawberries. Dr. Lyle further identifies a wound on Sophie's neck, puncture wounds which healed when licked clean. Maisie finds such an idea inherently offensive. Why didn't whatever preyed on Lucy not heal her? We determine that Sophie is in the process of transformation, but its outcome is not set in stone. We have a chance to save her. Lyle in particular knows a ritual which might cleanse her. Ethan might also be able to help. The team determines how to save her. Lyle puts Sophie back under. The rest of the mages must convince the hospital administrator to let them take Sophie back to their house. While Dr. Lyle can't seem to be persuasive enough, Arthur swoops in using his knowledge of the law, and the session ends with us being able to remove Sophie from Bedlam to the Western home.
When the scene opens, you will be standing outside of Bedlam, waiting on your carriage to pick you up and take you back to the train. The young lady has been sedated, which means the strongest amongst you would be carrying the young lady. I feel like that's probably Ethan.
Just out of curiosity, how many dots in strength do you have, Mr. Ethan?
You would ask, wouldn't you? 3 dots.
More than me.
While I have equal amounts of dots, I do think that carrying a body is definitely a job for our American friend. So, well,
Also, you're old.
It's just not dignified to carry a lady through the city like this.
I am honored to take her off your hands, your eldership.
Any thoughts, commentary, or interactions you wish to have before the train? If so, now's your chance.
Rude.
With each other, I mean, not the GM.
I must apologize for my inability to speak with the administrator earlier. I think I might have drank too much while running interference earlier.
Dr. Lyle, no, you did an excellent job. You communicated in a confusing manner things in which the man did not understand, therefore creating the perfect distraction. You were unclear.
Yes,
Using...
I was unclear even for myself. Did you not hear me, sir?
I'm trying to...
I should be in this place.
I'm trying to make you feel better, Doctor. The job was done, though. For that, I applaud you.
So now that we do have the dear Sophie, where are we going to take her? I assume back to your estate?
Back to the manor, hopefully, yes. Oh, jeez.
Quincy.
Yes, back to Quincy. Quincy should still be at the manor.
Oh,
Wait.
I thought you were trying to remember his name again.
Oh, no. No, because Quincy... No, but thank you, because I would not have remembered. Quincy took us to the train station, but then he probably took the wagon back home, I assume, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You would normally take a lorry home.
Okay. I assume with the resources 4, I can secure us a private trip all the way home, correct?
You can buy a sleeping car on the train, yes.
Okay.
You can't
Okay.
take a carriage home. That would take days. A day.
Oh, is that long?
Right.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I would like to throw
Yeah.
around some of my money this time, and I want to... I mean, resources 4. I'm goddamn rich, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I get to the... Before we get on I want to talk to the ticket guy. So if anyone wants to do anything before that, go ahead.
Well, are we not going to talk about what may have happened in the asylum on the other side? I know that our primary goal was to secure young Sophie, but I feel that we glanced over.
The doctor, I'll remind the rest of the group, was outside running interference when that scene happened, so Dwayne's character would have no idea you are all aware that was Sophie that did that.
Yeah, about that, I do think that our sweet little miss right here in my arms had quite a bit to do with the to-do.
Oh, fascinating.
And as soon as she calmed down, just everything else did.
And we believe that this is due to her connection.
Right.
Second reminder, you specifically saw her lean into the wall, whisper in a language you couldn't understand, and you could feel waves of madness coming off of her, some kind of supernatural power.
That too.
You could tell that she was spreading her madness through the hospital, somehow, projecting it.
She's quite fond of sharing, if you catch my drift.
So yes, it does seem, Doctor, as though this is some sort of ability or influence gained through the connection, which currently, through a combination of severing the connection and sedation, hopefully, she no longer has the ability to. Although, I do wish to point out that the commotion that I felt when I did my preliminary scan of the facility did in fact have that happening while she was still under sedation. So we must be on our top tier.
Tip top.
I'm remembering that correct, right, Tyler? We did not... It wasn't until we did the life magic that we cleared her of her sedation. But when I did the mind scan, I could sense that the wing was at a heightened riledness.
You had a critical success, so you basically learned it's 2 out of 3 stages, yes.
Okay, so she can still... Okay, so yeah. So she can still do this while under sedation, but it seems as though she cannot reach maximum wildness.
What would be needed to prevent any of this? Any use of this power?
I would imagine that a simple mind blockage, of which I have tools for.
No. I believe that this might be more suited for someone such as myself, Doctor, if that's all the same to you.
Oh. What is your idea, sir?
To create a blockage without the requirement of needles or any tools of that sort. Just a simple usage of a pocket watch.
The doctor is just like,
Just
you said, what now? What? Without needles?
Without instruments?
The only instrument we'll need is this. Sure you.
Time is not a factor in this, sir.
No. Very well, yeah.
We have brought.
I mean, by all means, if you'd like to, I won't stop you, but I feel there are less messy ways of going about this.
Mr. Joffrey, he has been brought for a reason. Allow him to do his work. Mr. Joffrey, please. Maisie, you were saying, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, just that I agree that we should try with the less invasive method first.
I fail to understand how you are going to stop this with a mere pocket watch.
Well, so do I, but I'm also confident that he knows something of what he's doing.
Well, then, by all means.
Thank you.
I enjoy
Wait, are
being a
you-
student.
Are you suggesting you're gonna take the pocket watch and cut her open?
Oh, no.
You gonna hit her over the head with it?
No,
Real.
I
Really,
suspect
why-
we should probably just observe him, and all questions will be answered.
quiet. I'm giggly today. Oh boy.
No. Maybe.
Maybe. Perhaps. Joffrey would take the pocket watch and start swinging it with one hand as he takes a pencil and starts writing out just quick calculations, just make sure that he's got the pendulum swinging just right to distract her as he casts a mind spell to try and do a reverse mind shield around her mind using mind 3.
Okay. Did not have the card open, but I do now. So yes, you have anything in correspondence?
I have 2 correspondents.
Okay. That will actually make this a little easier. So let me rack this up for you, and I will tell you what to roll. Your primary sphere is time. Yes. Are you spending quintessence on this?
Seems I must. Oh.
You don't have to,
Am
but
I?
it does make it easier.
Hmm.
Quintessence, every point you spend, which you can spend up to your avatar in points, will reduce the difficulty by 1. So if you want, you can wait and answer that when you get the difficulty.
What is the
Are you
difficulty?
going to take your time during the train ride home, or are you just going to do it at a normal pace?
At a normal pace. Try and get this done as quickly as possible so nothing goes terribly wrong.
What's your arete?
Where?
Is it 3 or 4?
4.
Your difficulty is 5, 1 below average.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. This'll be
Okay,
fine.
roll your arete. You need 5 successes. You get 4 tries.
First roll 3 successes.
Good start.
Second roll 1 success. And the last roll is 3 successes.
Nice. So, what was the total number of successes?
total is 6.
And you needed 4. So you exceeded what you needed by 2. So mark down for your notes, because I will undoubtedly forget if something dramatic were to happen for no reason. That would create a resistance rating of 5. Basically 5 counter magic dice if the sire were to try to force the nascent ghoul to obey its whims.
Right.
With 3 rolls to complete that, or was it 2 rolls or 3?
It's 3.
With 3 rolls to complete that, that would have taken about 45 minutes.
Oh.
Takes about 30 minutes to get the train rolling once you're settled in, so the train's only been moving for about 15 minutes. For the reference of the rest of you, did you do anything special during that time?
Yes.
Which was?
Now, Mr. How many people are in a sleeping car?
Normally 2, but I assume you're all sitting in one at the moment because you want to be together. Like you could have rented 2.
There's enough room for all of us to hang out in this car. Maybe a little cramped, but not like terribly. Okay. All right.
Yeah, they fold up into couches. You could fit 6 people in here.
Sir, yes, hello. I will be needing 1 private sleeping car, please. I will also be needing the adjacent sleeping car, as well as the opposite adjacent sleeping car, please.
You buying the whole train?
British eyebrow raised. The opposite adjacent, sir? Do you mean you want the one across and the one next to you?
I would like 3 consecutive private cars.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I would like to buy out the one that we're going to hang out in and the one on either end of us so that we can completely block off anyone from even being close to us. So we'll have 2 buffer cars. And with resource 4, if they happen to be filled, I just keep putting coins down until... Yes, sir, those just became available.
This enough. Sorry, sir.
The train is not full.
Okay.
The train is not full. Although, since it's clear you're expressing willingness to pay extra when you're like, make sure extra couple pounds, that we get this, right? He picks up on the fact that you're trying to be generous.
Mm-hmm.
I'll absolutely take care of you, sir. It doesn't say a word to you at all until you're settled in and you realize you're the only rented sleeping cars in this car. Cabins in this car.
We're the only one.
The cabin was empty anyways.
No, that's fine.
But he doesn't care. He got a juicy tip.
Yeah, no, I we would still want those regardless if someone else came in. We wouldn't want to late bookings, all that good stuff. So,
would it be possible? So I imagine like that there are cars in front of R3 and cars behind R3.
There are 6 sleepers to a car because they're roomier in this time period. And there's, I can put you in the middle if that's what you want. There are 4 sleeper cars, so there's 24 cabins.
Yeah, so mostly I just want to figure out, is there a way that I can set up wards so I can tell if people are entering the dummy cabins?
So, because it's a train, there's only one hallway. You don't even need to do anything to the dummy cabins unless you think they're going to come in through the windows. They'd have to pass through the main corridor down the middle.
Okay, and we'd be able to hear that pretty easy.
You could set a ward on the main corridor if you want.
Yeah, I think the ward's a really good idea.
I think it's worth being a little paranoid right now.
I think so too.
Also, you mentioned windows. would I think that Homo
Yeah.
nocturnus can turn into bats?
You don't have any reference of that because that hasn't happened in front of you yet.
Okay.
And none of the fiction that portrays that has been written yet. However, you could roll occult and see what you get, plus intelligence.
Okay.
Set it to difficulty 8, seeing if any of your coven sisters have ever mentioned such a thing.
Okay. Nope. I rolled an 8 and a 1.
Okay. You may have heard that they can control animals, but not that they can become them.
Okay. I feel like that's enough for me to put up wards on the windows, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of ward would you like to put up?
Well, I have life 3, so I would just, life 3 and correspondence 2, and I would like to know when anything with a heartbeat crosses the ward.
Okay, go ahead and roll your arete against difficulty 4. That's very basic.
Do vampires have heartbeats?
I was about to ask, do they?
Good question.
Where do I adjust oh, there we go. Difficulty 4. It will not let me adjust the difficulty manually. I will just roll my meat space dice.
Meat space.
They get shortened to meat dice. That would be 2 successes.
Ward is in place. Do it again for the window. Windows.
Okay.
Want to roll for all 8 windows.
Goodness. Okay. Oh, that's a 10. That is 5 successes.
Aha. Okay.
Yeah.
What
Second
about
window.
Ethan and what about Ethan, Sir Arthur, and the good doctor?
Well, I would like to.
Oh no, you only had to roll once for all 8 windows. Sorry, Rachel.
Oh, okay. 'Cause that was a really good
I wasn't that mean.
roll. That was a really good roll. I got 2 10s on that one.
Save it for your next roll. I'll let you keep it. Sorry, Ethan, go
Oh.
ahead.
I just pushed all my dice together.
I would definitely like to physically survey it, considering I'm the fist, the feathery fist.
The corridor can only fit two small or 1 large person. You'd have to like turn sideways to get out of the way. Whereas like the way I picture Joffrey, he could probably go side by side with the good doctor because I imagine they're the driven type who don't get a lot of meals and probably like 5'6" for the era. Probably weigh like a stone. But you, no. 2 of you aren't walking side by side. Or 2 Arthurs are not either.
Okay, and then
All the doors are closed on the other cabins.
all right. When the train is full and about to leave is when I'd like to use enemy ways, which is a danger sense. It's a perception and stealth roll. I can pick up hints as to the nature of enemies in the area.
There aren't any right now. But that might come in
Okay.
handy in a minute.
And then I don't
You
know
are
if I'll-
alone in this entire car at the moment.
Okay, well, I kind of figured that. But then there's another skill. I don't know if I want to use it or not, because where's the catch on this? So I'll read this. It's called Carrion's Call. The Koraks still feed on and are intimately linked to death and the dead. Furthermore, the Koraks have a nigh sacred duty relating to the corpses of the slain that demands that Raven's children be able to find the freshly slaughtered. This gift tells the Koraks when a fresh corpse is nearby and inexorably leads the were-raven to the site where the body rests. This has its up and downs. Clever Fomor are more than happy to murder innocents to attract the attention of Koraks with this gift. After all, once Carrion's call has been issued, the Koraks has no choice but to eventually somehow respond. So, basically...
In this particular instance, the catch is freshly dead.
Freshly dead, okay. So,
A powerful
vampires...
Homo Nocturnus has been dead for a long time.
Okay.
Newly turned, however, that would be very handy.
So, I'm wondering if I should bother or not bother for now.
No.
Okay.
Whether or not there are any vampires in the scene about to happen, if there were, you wouldn't detect them with that because they're not fresh.
Ew, they're stale. Okay, thank you. So then, yeah, just physical surveying and
Save your
physical-
gnosis, yes.
Yeah. That's all for me.
Sir Arthur and the good doctor.
Go ahead, Sir Arthur.
Honestly, I think other than just securing the rooms, I'm just sitting and relaxing as a gentleman does.
Enjoying a cigar, I'm sure.
Maybe. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping to actually buy out the entire car. Like, not the cabins, all 3 cars.
So, there's nobody renting sleeper cars on this particular ride anywhere.
Okay.
So yes,
All right.
they're all effectively empty either way.
Okay, cool.
That's not.
What's not
warning.
occurring to Sir Arthur is that's suspicious in the
Suspicious in the
way.
opposite direction.
Yes.
It's occurring to me, but I'm saying, but to me, Arthur, yes.
Got what I wanted.
Okay. Can Arthur put that together as being suspicious?
You can roll enigmas plus wits, difficulty 8.
Enigmas and wits. Does it have to be enigmas?
7, not 8. 8's too high.
Yeah, I gotta figure out
Yes,
that
because
puzzle.
that would be solving a puzzle. Yep.
Yeah, but I don't have enigmas, so I want it to be something else. Difficulty 7, you say?
Yep.
1 success.
1 success. Seems sus. Can't figure out why.
Okay. Then in that case, I will go to... Maisie's busy right now. She's doing all the warding.
Ethan's busy. Lacey's busy. Joffrey's busy. The doctor is not.
So I'll
I'm
I'll walk up to Lyle. Doctor,
Yes.
I'm about to sit for the evening with the evening paper and nice pipe, but I do wish to point out that while the procurement of these particular 3 travel cars are to our advantage so that we can more properly maintain a defensive perimeter, I do wish to point out I'm uneasy in the fact that not one of these rooms were booked before we arrived. Does that mean anything to you? Have you ever heard of a train with no passengers?
Roll yours. Same roll, Doc.
Enigmas and what?
Wits.
Wits. You should be good at this.
3, 6, okay. It's
Yep, this
7.
is good. Yep.
There you go. That's the number of dice I need. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Yeah, boy.
And immediately, you were immediately like, did you ask them if someone else had already rented out the cars? And Sir Arthur is like, no. And so you're like, you ring the bell, and the guy shows up, and you're like, these were all already rented, weren't they? And he's like, yes, I took 2 people's money. But I don't care, the transaction's complete.
Hmm.
And you're like, who rented them out? And he says, the most lovely redhead. And you're like, Fuck.
Was it the
Because
color
that's a
of
critical
strawberries?
Similar, yes.
Sir Arthur, it seems that we have company on this train.
I'm standing with him when this happens, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Is
Look
she
at-
on the Is she on the train now?
No, she left.
Do you expect her to be returning before the train departs?
This is like the train's gone.
We're
Yeah.
in motion. Okay, well, I know you had said
Yeah.
some of it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
May I ask what room she was in?
She wasn't in a room. Her and her she rented out a whole passenger car too. We had all our discussions in the passenger car.
Which one specifically did she reside in?
He gives you the number.
I trust you'll be busy for the next hour.
He's like, yeah, I could get drunk.
Goodbye. Carry on. Be sure to toast to the queen when you do.
Cheers. He disappears.
Dr. Lyle, do you fancy a walk?
I do fancy a walk. However, my mind tells me that I should not walk as I am. I think I might change.
Ah. Did you bring adventuring gear clothes?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay.
I myself left my...
Let me take off my flimsy pants.
Yeah.
Put on.
Put on my tight pants.
put on my tight walking pants.
Yeah.
These
And this
pants were
shirt
made for
has
walking.
a big V-neck and shows off my abs.
That's a deep V-neck down to the abs.
It's
Would
a
you say it was
reverse
a
V-neck.
A
deep
reverse V-neck.
It's just a V fabric.
It's an A-neck.
It's no other shirt. No,
Okay.
Dr. Lyle feels that he should not walk as himself, but perhaps another.
Oh, you're gonna try to shapeshift.
Why not?
What could go wrong?
Could go wrong.
Why not? What an answer.
Just in case they're
What would
still
you
on
like
the
to
train.
shapeshift into?
Not anything hard. I'm going for just appearance change.
So
Male or female doesn't matter, but appearance. I'm not trying to
What I
change
need to
myself
know-
into a pig or anything.
what I need to know, and most of us in the cast lean forward to hear the answer. Does your method of shape changing involve a scalpel on yourself?
Yes.
Does
However,
your face
not how
need to
you
come
think.
off? I'm disappointed then. Go ahead and tell us how the spell looks when you do it.
No, so I will go into a room by myself. And as I open my shirt, you see that I have many, many scars all over my chest. I will take that scalpel, start to draw sigils into my flesh. Different words, the Order of Hermes. And as I complete the incantation on my body, it moves like worms up towards the face, reconstructing the bones. And you hear a cracking outside the door, if it works. If
Well, they're
anybody
going to hear a
knocks,
cracking either way.
if anybody knocks, just a minute.
Wow. Surprisingly simple for you.
Yeah.
Difficulty is 5. You are going to need 5 successes, and I'm going to need you to mark 2 points of straights
Yay.
before you start. For those new to the show, straights is paradox in Victorian Age.
Yeah, you want to avoid the straights.
All right, straights 2.
You get 5 rolls. Begin.
Oh wait, straights is just paradox, right?
Yes.
Oh, why didn't I just do it there?
On the character sheet, you have 2 points of paradox automatically.
Okay.
And if you botch, it becomes 4.
Oh. Okay. What am I rolling? Arete?
Yep, difficulty 5, 5 tries.
There is 1, 2, 3 successes. No ones. And it's a difficulty 5.
Yep.
4, 5, 6, and a 10 is 7, and a 1. So 7 successes
Okay.
on 2
You
rolls.
successfully transform, but the bonus dice doesn't really do anything except it could give you a longer duration if you wanted. The extra successes. They don't make it better, they just make it last longer in this case because there's nothing to enhance.
Nope.
So you can
Hopefully I
have
will-
2 scenes instead of 1.
Aha.
And since you did that in 2 rolls, it only takes a half hour, so the other spellcasters are still doing their thing. Which means you have time for the 2 of you to walk to the other car.
Yes, so when I open the door, I walk out with pipe in hand and a derby hat that you didn't see me have. I have a full beard, like nice and bushy.
Well, that's an improvement.
My eyes are a bit sunken in a little bit.
You don't look anything like yourself, right?
No,
Mm-mm.
I look
Sir,
like that guy that you used to see down at the wharf.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. This is a private train car. I do not appreciate that you are trespassing at this point, and I'm going to ask you to leave kindly.
It's me.
Exact same voice because he didn't specify he changed his voice.
Yeah, it's me.
This is awkward.
Does Maisie overhear that?
Yes.
Yeah, so Maisie's probably like with some herbal incense and like using her ceremonial athame to like put the wards up and like, I'm better mage than that, Dad. Give me some credit. I would have known if someone came in.
So, shall we
Fair
take
point.
that walk?
Does in fact have a point.
You head through the car. You pass through the other empty sleeping car because you're in the
Hold
middle.
on. Because you're you, we specifically tell everyone on the car what we know and where we're going.
Still not going to change
You are all
anything,
busy.
Steve.
We do not wish to you are all busy. We do not wish to interrupt or deviate you from your plans. However, me and the fine doctor will be taking an evening stroll to car number this. Number not provided at this time. In order to further investigate the fact that the strawberry-haired woman seems to have occupied said car earlier in the day. If you do not return within the next drinking hour, as that is how long the porter has given us, please come to our rescue. Thank you.
What's a drinking hour? Cause
I don't have time to explain this to an American. Carry on, doctor.
but I drink every hour.
Charming.
You go through the other empty car. You go through the first passenger car. There's maybe 5 or 6 people in there. You get to the passenger car that the dude told you the lady was in. It's empty. But there is evidence that there was someone in every single seat recently. And I don't need to be me because you split the party for me. Murdoch!
Yeah,
Been
like,
hanging out with
comes out of a drunken haze with Quincy and just like, crikey, Where the hell did everyone go?
Now, they left you on purpose because you and Ethan were supposed to hold down the fort with Arthur's manservant.
Quincy.
The very large, beefy, but yet well-mannered and ninja-like British guy that works for him.
He's still going to wake out of a drunken haze and still say that. He expects everyone back already, but...
They've been gone like 6 hours, but you don't expect them back for another 3.
He's alone in the house.
No, the manservant's there.
But
It was
he's a
him cleaning up,
person.
like...
Right, I get that, but
You,
Quincy's an NPC that's going to die real soon. That's unfortunate.
people use formal terms, and he's supposed to be invisible. That's his job. That's why you sat up going, what's happening? Because it took away the empty whale's whiskey bottle and replaced it with a full one. You didn't hear it, you just sensed the change.
Nice.
Someone's touching my whiskey.
Gotta have that whiskey made from real whales.
And you're thinking to yourself, and for you, there's no setup necessary. But you're thinking to yourself, it's been a really boring, quiet night. That's when the front door gets kicked open. I'm going to need you all to roll initiative.
You said all?
Like all of us?
All.
Oh, yeah. You specifically had a vision you looked up to saying you would somehow simultaneously see them at your house and on the train later.
I don't like it.
Oh, what?
We're all going to die.
I don't remember said vision.
It was my vision.
Do I have to click anything
was-
for
it was-
initiative, or should
Double
should I do
arrows
it itself?
down.
Woo!
Double arrows
Double
down.
arrows down, but initiative is single D10 plus wits and dex.
I rolled real shitty. I got an 8 with a 1. Wow. Yee.
So what was your total, Murdoch?
Total 8.
Joffrey,
6.
even better.
Going to die. Terrible.
What about Maisie?
You're muted, Maisie.
I apologize. 10.
Okay. What about Sir Arthur?
15.
It's better. About the good doctor?
12.
Is that a biscuit?
And
I
what
see,
about-
Sir Jeffrey?
Ethan?
Well, a 12.
Ethan and the good doctor, what are your dexterities?
5.
5.
You have 5 dots in
Wits.
dex?
I do.
3 in wits.
You have to be very dexterous to cut people.
That is a spry ass doctor.
I have to be dexterous to poke people's eyes out with my beak.
What is your wits, good doctor?
3.
Same.
Roll a d10, both of you. Highest goes first.
8.
9.
Ethan wins.
Damn.
So close. I would have died if we'd have both rolled the same number. That would have been great.
It's fate.
Okay.
We have to go at the same time.
It's gonna take a minute, so hold on.
I would like to say something partially in character, partially out of character, if that makes sense.
Sure.
That Mr. Westenra sure is fast for an old man.
That he
Except
is.
you can't see him.
Wait, I can't see him.
They're in a,
That's right, he went for
they're
a
in a
walk.
completely different part of the train.
Good job, Steve.
Wait, Steve triple split the party.
Yeah, he did.
What? Hold on.
Shit ass Steve.
Technically, you're in charge. The whole cabal.
Everyone in this party is perfectly capable.
Not me. No, I'm not capable.
Oh, so since we have our own train car reserve, does that make us a cable car?
I have to go.
Cable?
I have to go.
Cable. Okay.
I'm gonna end this stream right now.
We just want to thank the Onyx Path for their
Right.
time.
It's
But
been
we
great.
have to.
We have to go. We must go now.
We love Ever and their terrible jokes.
Thank you.
One of those parts is true.
Love the terrible jokes. I'm gonna mute my mic now. It's for the best, y'all.
Fast little bitches.
Don't say that.
No. No.
They are fast little bitches, Steve.
Fast ones.
You're fighting hellhounds.
Hey, well, I rolled a 9 on my initiative, so I couldn't do much better
And
than
you're
I
not
did.
first.
This is unfortunate.
You're second, though. Okay,
That's good.
now,
I'll take
it's going to
that.
get weird.
Okay.
It's going to get weird because I'm going to do the split scene in initiative order so that we don't have to split the scene, literally. But
That makes sense.
you're all going to declare what you want to do in reverse order. Slowest person declares first because faster people have time to react to what slower people are doing.
Ooh, I like this mechanic a lot. Okay.
Which means, Joffrey, you tell us your plan first. When both ends of the train car, the doors are kicked open and a swarm of people floods into the hallway.
Oh dear.
And like all of Maisie's alarms go off. All of them.
Oh, is it possible to see how many people just kicked open these doors? Or do I just know doors have been kicked open?
You could, I'll give you that for free. Yeah, give me an alertness plus perception roll, difficulty 6.
Alright, alertness plus perception. Alright. 4 dice. At difficulty of 6.
Yep.
Yeah? Yep, okay. 2 successes.
11.
There's 11. Okay. My initial plan was cast illusions on them to make myself invisible to their minds. That's not going to work here. It's too many people. I can feel it. So what Joffrey is going to do is try to cast a spell that allows him, with time and correspondence, to know exactly where to stand to dodge attacks. Like before they come, so maybe
You want to
that'll
give
bump
yourself
up
a
his
dodge
defense.
bonus.
Bit
Okay.
of a dodge bonus, yes.
Can do. Murdoch, what are you going to do when it's your turn? Your door gets kicked open and you also hear some windows shatter. Many sounds of boots. You're nowhere near the front door, though.
Oh. Okay.
You're on the second floor in a sitting room.
Huh.
I'll give you the layout because that'll help you figure out what you want to do. You're on the second floor in a sitting room. The second floor also has a library and some guest rooms and a balcony that overlooks the first floor, and then a grand staircase. The first floor has the foyer and other sitting rooms, kitchen, the dining room. Facilities are in the back of the building.
He's gotta utter bloody typical. Drink a fourth of the bottle that he has. Walk to the stairs. Chuck the rest and smash it on the stairs, and then fire his gun. Use magic to have it ignite the whiskey, and then figure out shit from that point on.
So start a stair fire.
Yeah.
Now, I will point out that under normal World of Darkness rules, changing your action requires you to spend a willpower point. But if the slow people's actions are wrecked by the faster people, I won't make you do that.
Okay.
For no reason, I say that at this exact moment after Sean does what he's going to do. Maisie, what are you going to do when it's your turn?
Oh. Maisie is going to do something a little bit like the doctor, but she is going to use her life and spirit and entropy, if that matters. She wants to sense their patterns. Who are these people? What are their weaknesses? What are their strengths?
Okay. The people pouring into the train car are going to try their hardest to maul and or kill you with various weapons, including their hands, which some of them, the fingernails are elongating into hardened claws. That's fun. None of them have sharp teeth yet, though. Ethan, what are you going to do when it's your turn? By the way, FYI, Maisie, I'll repeat again. All your wards went off. Your heartbeat wards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really... Can I see who our enemies are?
A rabble of very dangerous-looking people, some of which are supernatural, because they're growing claws.
Oh, they're...
Make a perception plus alertness. Maybe since you're in the hallway and not peeking your head out like Joffrey was, you'll get more info. In other words,
like
more
more info.
successes.
Bear with me, my computer's less slow. Difficulty of
6.
6? Okay.
Yeah.
2 successes.
One of them is hanging back in the opposite wave where Sir Arthur and the doctor went, because they're coming in from 2 different cars. One of them hanging back, but it's not a strawberry-haired redhead. It's a blonde guy. It's a blonde guy who hasn't bathed or showered in a while. You can tell from the frazzled beard and the messed up hair. His clothes are proper, but they're messed up. They're not in place like you would expect of a gentleman of the time. And there's a glint of madness in his eyes. And he has fangs.
Oh,
He's smiling at you with them.
Well, I think this is... since I don't actually know their weakness, I'm not going to use it to my advantage. Because player does. But, I'm gonna, go tried and true cowboy and pull out my favorite...
Shoot the shit out of some, exactly.
Hmm?
Shoot some shit, that's what I'm gonna put here.
Exactly.
What about you, Doctor?
Question. Were we able to tell that the words had gone off, or is that something only Maisie knows?
No, but people also flood into your car from both ends.
Okay.
There are less of them. There are 5. And one of the 5 also is smiling with sharpened teeth. This one is put together, though. Is also a gentleman. He's got his hair greased back. He's wearing action clothes like everyone was teasing you about doing. He's not wearing a starched shirt. He's wearing, his sleeves are rolled up. He came in ready for a fight. This guy, though, mutters something under his breath, and the lightning bolt dances between his fingertips.
Oh. I got this. Life in mind. The doctor cuts off the 2 halves of his mind from the left and right cortex, therefore leaving
You did
his...
some reading. I'm proud of you. Continue.
Therefore leaving him unable to complete tasks. I don't know how much task that disables.
So if you successfully split your mind, you'll be able to take a physical and a mental action at the same time without splitting your dice pool.
Wait, say that again?
Normally, if you do a mixed action, you want to dodge and cast a spell or dodge and shoot, you split the dice pool. So your attribute dice get split, but you get to keep your ability dice at the regular amount. So, like, if your strength was 4 and you wanted to punch and jump, you'd get strength 2 plus brawl and strength 2 plus athletics.
Okay.
And if you do this, and the second action is purely mental, like some kind of spell that doesn't require your hands, which you can figure out with your own practice and focus, or make a calculation or figure out what's going on around you, plus take a physical action, you wouldn't lose any dice or any pools. It's an important distinction. Okay. I know your characters don't know, but a lot of the audience and several of the players in this room do, so the Tremere Lieutenant is going to electrocute you. Tremere anti-tribu. And the Malkavian Lieutenant looks right into your eyes, Ethan, and whispers, "See what I see." And you feel that thing that the girl did coming, only way more focused and coming right at you in the hospital. Ghoul Pack's in the house.
Move.
Swarm, Quincy.
Don't do that.
Oh.
Because Quincy's downstairs. Now, Quincy's a super ninja. And it's not actually your turn yet, so there's no way you know this, Murdoch, but this is for dramatic effect. I'm going to let this happen. This is the first time you hear Quincy make noise. He shouts at the top of his lungs, "Come at me, foul beasts of the night!" And you hear the dramatic wolfing sound of canvas coming off something and squeaking wheels. And you look down over the banister. This motherfucker is pushing out from somewhere in the back of the house. He has pulled the canvas off and is pushing directly towards the front door where they're rushing him. A Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like a cannon with a crank that somehow Sir Arthur had in the back of the house.
Yeah.
Like you do.
You realize when he fires that, your plan is going to be no good because he's going to blow the shit out of the stairs and everything in that room. There won't be any stairs to set on fire in a minute. So what would you like to do instead?
So he's got them corralled at the door then?
There's more coming in the back door. He's vulnerable from behind.
Oh.
There is a back staircase you could use to help him.
Okay, then let's do that. And can I just want to chuck whiskey and set it on fire. Like, that's what the...
I mean, you could also jump out the window and come at them from the backyard.
Oh, shit. Yeah, let's do that. Well, yes, because I want to be 2 for 2, so let's jump out the window.
Hey. Arthur, what are you going to do when it's your turn? You're only aware of what's happening in your cabin.
Yeah. So I can see this guy doing the lightning thing in my cabin, right? That's who has the lightning.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. All right. So I can see him.
You don't
prepping
feel
the
any straits happening.
Oh, there's no straits.
You can
around?
sense the straits at time.
Okay. All right. So,
There are no straits in the room.
There are no straits in the room. Cool. So we're gonna have a good time.
We broke ever.
They're going to have to change that word. That's
No.
Perfect.
Oh, it's perfect.
Never.
All right.
Never change it.
So, I want to look around, and I'm sure everything in this card is like brass or like copper, or there's like stuff in here, right? Especially this was still part of the private car. They might even have like a tiny.
No, this is a passenger car. But I mean, the seats are made out of metal.
Okay, the seats are made out of metal.
They're upholstered metal, like a train car seat would be, yeah, with wood. Metal frame,
Okay.
wood board.
I want
upholstery.
to use entropy to control the arc of the lightning bolt, to control the pattern in which the electricity ultimately passes through, and whether there's like a current or a metal thing that attracts the lightning, something like that, right? Something that controls the pattern that the lightning's going to eventually come through. I want it to hit a piece of metal and basically back towards him. I want to reverse this lightning bolt back at him using entropy. Controlling how that bolt
It's a cool
comes out.
idea, but I should warn you that it's going to be contested, so it's not going to be a normal roll.
That's fine. Let's do some weird shit.
I agree.
There's no straights around. Let's do weird shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm going to do. He's not close enough to do that yet. What's he going to do? On the other Tremere that's at the house.
Oh, there's two of them?
Not close enough to do that yet.
Just Expelliarmus them, and then their teeth will fall out.
Someone forgot to spray for Tremere.
You hear the sound, you know that sound trees making a heavy storm?
Yeah.
Yes.
You hear that.
From the
You
woods
hear
in
that
Florida,
coming
man.
from the frame and wheels of the Gatling gun.
Ooh. Ooh.
Somebody's using foul sorcery to deform the gun and the wood in the gun.
Hmm.
He goes first.
That motherfucker.
And successfully damages the gun. It's not out of action, but it's not accurate at all now.
Yes,
Was it ever?
Because 19th century Gatling guns were known for their accuracy.
Arthur, I'm going to need you to roll Arete
Arete, that's
plus forces.
Arete
Difficulty
plus forces.
6.
So
You're using entropy for the effect, but wresting control requires you to have more understanding of what he's doing than him. Or equal to.
I don't have any dots in forces.
Well, then you're screwed.
I know. That's why I said your idea is really cool, even if you fail. I strongly approve.
Okay. I mean, I'm tried in this game. Difficulty was what? 7?
6.
6? Just basic difficulty. Okay.
You got
That's a goddamn good roll. I got a perfect roll, which means I got a 4.
Oh.
You know, I did the best I
So-
could. Yeah.
It's going to sort of work the way you
wait,
wanted.
Hold on. I should get a bonus for this, okay? Because I can do the camera if you want me to. I got an 8 and 666. I win.
That actually would work in favor of the vampires.
Hmm.
No.
Therefore, your 8 becomes a 1.
No. So, that's really close to tying him, which means I'm going to give you a little bit of a boost. You don't make it hit the wall, but you do make it not hit you. You're like, I can push it just a little to the left. Oh, shit.
I'm
Doctor,
there.
I'm gonna need you to dodge.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
So, dodging. If you do decide to dodge, you're splitting your dice before you make your roll to not have to split your dice. So it's gonna get weird, but we'll figure that out in a minute.
You're splitting your dice to make your roll to not split your dice. Yes.
You don't split Arete. You don't split Arete, but you are splitting your actions. So you're gonna split your dodge dice. So Dex plus Athletics, but only half your Dex. Round down.
Oh, round
Instead of
down.
5 Dex, you get 2 Dex plus
I get 2
Athletics.
Dex. Plus
What you have to
that.
do is exceed his successes on the casting. You have to. So for every success you make, he loses 1 from his lightning bolts. You need at least 5 to get out of the way.
You could only see how many dice I have in my hand.
I would like to see
Less
the
than
dice.
5?
It is less than 5.
You can choose to not dodge. It's up to you.
Well, no, I chose to dodge, and I didn't dodge well. I only got 2.
Okay. The lightning bolt hits you.
I only had 3 dice.
Are you wearing any non-metal armor by chance?
I'm not.
Saying that's a no.
Yeah. think the only thing metal that I have on me is my scalpel.
Okay. No, I'm just like, did you have armor? Because you can soak, but because humans cannot soak lethal or aggravated damage without physical armor or magic. Lightning is lethal.
Hmm.
All right. Now let's ask the audience about your fate. Audience! A Tremere casting Wrath of Zeus holds 10 dice of potential electricity damage in their hand. They can split into multiple lightning bolts. So did he use all of his all to try to fry Sir Arthur, or only half of his potential? First person to answer wins.
So
Timber
mean.
Brad says half.
It is? That was fast. I didn't even...
Wow.
He said,
all have...
nope, I'm sorry, he was talking about something else.
Yeah, I was like...
Travis says to kill you, Dwayne.
Plastic Age Plays just said
Thank you,
all.
Travis.
And his was
Oh,
the first.
Thank you, Travis.
so
Dang.
mean.
50.
Bring it on. Roll all the ones.
I did not.
They cry for blood. Are you not entertained?
I love how divided our audience is. 2 votes for all, 2 votes for half.
We love
So,
you too.
Is that all I'm worth to you, Travis? Is 100? I need to see more.
So,
How much?
one of the 10s legit exploded 4 times.
Shit.
But I'm not going to do that to you. I'm just going to give you the base damage. You're incapacitated. The lightning bolt hits you, flings you across the room, and removes all of your health boxes. You are unconscious and dying.
That's
How
Someone
uncon-
save the only guy that can resurrect you.
How unconscious and how dying?
I am...
He's exactly incapacitated.
I am
meaning he's not dead.
incapacitated.
On lethal or aggravated?
Lethal.
Okay.
That's all it takes for a mage. You're still humans.
So I feel like I should instead rewind time so I can jump in front of the way. I feel like that would be...
You don't know what's happening.
But I don't... Yeah, that's true.
Or
Oh,
else,
no.
yes, you could.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay. We're going to let Quincy epically jump out the window before we go to break, and everyone sits in suspense for 10 minutes waiting to see what happens to the doctor. Quincy, athletics plus dex. No, strength through the window.
Glass is hard. All right. Strength and athletics, you said?
That is... Yes. That is correct, Plastic Age Plays, except that's a Tremere vampire, and they don't get the straights. Oh, he probably means the time change.
Oh, shoot. That seems like it rolled weird.
What happened? What'd you get?
Result 3. I don't know.
You...
Is that...
Difficulty 8, and you got...
Oh, 3 successes.
Three
Okay.
successes.
Reading that now. Got it. Okay, cool. 3 successes.
Please describe your cinematic dive through the window and how you land right behind the Tremere vampire.
Oh,
Cinematically.
so he goes leaping out and does the whole, like, puts his arms and knees up and just, like, and then does a flip and a twist and just does, like, the typical superhero landing and just stands up slowly and just kind of in disbelief that actually happened, just like, crikey.
Excellent. And now we're going to take our mid-show break so everyone can wonder what's going to happen to the good doctor.
I'm gonna
We'll be back in 10
over the
minutes, don't
next
go
10
anywhere.
minutes.
And we have returned.
We're all gonna die.
And
Doctor,
Dwayne is
are you
dead.
okay?
As I'm just
Okay.
laying there, smoldering on the ground.
Doctor, no time to lay about. Get up. Chop, chop.
So Quincy, would you like to split your action?
Quincy.
I know I didn't ask you that when you rolled to jump out the window, but I don't care.
Wait.
Would you like to split your action?
Who's playing Quincy?
I am apparently Yes, I would like to split.
Not
Murdoch.
not Quincy Murdoch.
It's fine. Split my action. What do you mean exactly?
Take half of your attribute dice and take a second action.
When you say take half.
So you use strength to get
When you
out the
split
window.
an action in this, all right. I mean, if you whatever you do next, whatever the attribute is, you only get half your dice round down. Your ability dice are still the normal pool.
Yeah, sure, why not? That sounds like something I'd do. It sounds like something Murdoch would definitely do. Yeah, I want to. What's the situation in front of me? Like, what's going on?
There's some kind of twisted supernatural creature doing some blasphemous version of magic that you can feel is just not right.
Okay,
Destroying the Gatling gun.
cool. I would like to shoot that individual.
Roll it, so it'd be dex plus firearms, but you only get half your dex round down.
Okay, can I also do something to the bullet using magic?
Your pack lets you do that. What basically happens is add your arete to the damage dice or the attack dice, but not both.
Oh, well, I want to make the bullet have massive as fuck, as in it has mass, so that it just hits like a Mack truck on this thing.
You have matter 2 or 3?
I have matter 3.
Okay. Yes, your pack channels your power, but it uses its own quintessence. So what you do is check off your backpack now has 9 quintessence left before the battery needs a recharge.
Okay.
And then roll the attack normally, half round down dex plus firearms. If you hit, when we roll damage, you'll add your arete dice to the damage pool,
Okay, so half dex.
which should be like 4 extra damage dice.
And fire.
Also, which gun are you using? I don't remember which one. I gave you a bunch.
I'm going to use one of the peacemakers.
Okay.
I should just use the shotgun. That would be mean.
And by the
I
way,
would.
because I messed up for the players, because I messed up who was Quincy, Sean now gets to use Quincy's turn. That's what's happening here.
I'm okay with this.
All right.
Yeah.
I've got a pool going here. Well, actually, I don't. Yeah, whatever. Get the fuck out. That's 3 successes.
Right, so you need 1 success to hit, unless he dodges. Luckily for you, it's a Tremere. They're not known for celerity. He does not beat your attack roll. He does get enough successes, though, that you don't get any bonus damage. So you get your normal gun damage plus the arete.
So Arete is
That
4.
particular gun,
Is 7d6? Or 7d10?
yep, that gun's a base 7, so now you're rolling 11d10s for damage.
Adding up all some dice here. Just hit the roll again.
For what?
Or wait, that won't work. Shit. Hold on. Will it? No. If I check next to other traits, that's not going to roll anything, is it?
No.
Damn it. All right.
Should be a
hold on.
bonus dice spot.
Oh, I can just
Spot
I can
at the
just change
top under
that.
difficulty.
Way up at the top.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. Boom. Wow. 6 successes.
Really good. So vampires don't die from lethal damage, and they can soak it. Again, Tremere are not known for being tough motherfuckers. He soaks 2 points of damage, which means the bullet hits him right here, but in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the bullet goes in, and it's just like a little Winchester bullet hole. But it comes out, and like it rips right through the shoulder, and his left arm just kind of hangs off.
That was what I wanted.
Turn around, torso torn in half, all floppy, and just like looks at you.
What?
Goes in a 22, comes out a cannonball.
Yes. Okay.
This is what we need the elephant gun for.
It would literally
But
be
even
a
more
Mack
amazing.
truck flying out.
It's in the house. I did not bring it with me.
Poor life choices, Steve. Poor life choices.
No, that means you can get it.
It's in the house.
I'd have to go into the house, find it. Like, it's just, it's a lot of work.
Okay. The ghouls swarm Quincy. It's a storm of machine gun bullets, screaming in blood. You don't know if he's dead or not.
No, Quincy.
And now, it's Ethan's turn to get screwed. So, the other vampire looks deep into your eyes and says, "See what I see." What's your willpower?
Yes. I actually only have 5 dots of willpower.
Ooh, it's a
I'm
nice
used
low
to-
DC for him.
I'm used to so much more.
Yeah.
I'm used to like 7.
No. You don't have the mental shield because the girl does. So yes, your mind is immediately flooded with maddening visions and hallucinations. You don't know what's real. There's horrible demon monsters pulling themselves out of a boiling inferno through the train car and clawing at you. You can actually feel the pain. Bats come swarming in through all the windows and are like clawing at your eyes. And you're pretty sure one of them is getting pulled out. It feels like it. To anyone watching, Ethan just starts screaming and flailing around and smacking his face into the wall. And like clawing at his own face and damaging himself.
Yeah, I'm the muscle, all right.
Dedication is fun. All right, Ethan. I believe on your turn you wanted to shoot some shit. I'm gonna need... Now, you can avoid shooting some shit by spending a willpower point, or you can take your chances and shoot some shit. There's a lot of bad guys around.
Well, while that may be the case, do I have allies around?
You don't see any, you just see monsters everywhere.
Allies, schmallies.
You actually glance out of the corner of your eye and you see Maisie screaming and yelling as she's pulled into the pits of hell by a demon.
Oh, yep, nope, gonna shoot some shit. Someone's stealing the gal. I'm gonna shoot some shit.
Oh, so you'd like to shoot the demon dragging Maisie into hell?
No, I would like to shoot where the thing was that had me looking into its eyes.
You'd need to spend a willpower point to do that.
I will do that.
Okay. High or low?
Hi, because I'm a raven.
I rolled 47. Roll dexterity plus firearms.
Eh. Come on, thing. Oh, better
Somebody
make
roll a
sure
d4 for me and tell me what you get.
Roll a
Anybody
d4
who's got
for you?
d4 handy.
Oh.
Not you. Some yeah. Make you multitask. Thank you.
Okay, that's clicked. Make sure I've unselected other things. And that's a difficulty of...
6.
Oh, even though... Okay. Please don't fail me. Maybe.
No, it's Murdoch. It's not you. Okay.
So my internet apparently hates me. I am going to roll some meat
Roll
space.
clicky clacks.
Meat space dice. So let's see, that's 4 in firearms, 5 in dicks. I don't have that many. Wait, 1, 2.
You don't. I'm gonna have to get you 10 d10s. Steven, you're failing this city.
What did I do?
Nothing. That's the
You
problem.
didn't make sure ever had 10 d10s.
What
Got
the? What
this.
is?
Isn't that like what every
Can't blame Devin. He's not in the show.
Isn't that what every new World of Darkness player gets? Like, here's your eyeliner and here's your box of D10s.
Your
Yeah,
eyeliner.
exactly.
I never got the eyeliner.
I mean, it used to be clove cigarettes, but then they banned those.
Rachel, please never leave.
Oh.
Oh god, now I have to count. I really...
Don't forget,
Cool,
Rachel, the
Would
soundtrack.
you like me to
original
roll?
Bloodlines.
Would you like me to help you
No,
roll
I've
dice?
got this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. 2
Just
7s.
roll them twice.
Wait.
Oh. So, for you, we'll just use the real rules. That'll make Zach smile. Your specialty is in 6 shooters, so all of those 10s double. So that's 8 successes, 9 with the 7.
Yeah, and the rest don't really matter because there's a 1, a 4, and a 3.
Okay. So, you needed 1 success to shoot the doctor. I mean, the
Wait.
mathematician.
Okay.
So,
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm in a different car and I'm on the ground.
Oh gosh.
I'd like you to roll damage for your gun.
Okay, and that is.
Then
wait,
I'll tell
which
you
gun am I
what the
using?
3. Well, I'll tell you what the 2 of them see. You're using your big, powerful. Basically, they're 45s. Their damage is
60
6.
10? Okay.
And the rate is 2. So go ahead and roll firearms plus dex again, because you can fire twice in a turn.
Okay, so 60 10s and go. Ooh. 2 9s, a 10, an 8, and 2 6s.
One's getting
So that's 6
wrecked.
so far. That's 6 so far. Plus then you needed to roll 1 success to hit your target. So roll another 8 d10s.
Good God, why?
This
Hate numbers.
turn out really poorly if Ethan misaimed because of the hallucinations.
Yeah.
Boy.
Okay.
I imagine in my unconsciousness, somebody will be joining me for tea very shortly.
A 9, 2 8s. Okay, I lied. 2 9s, 2 8s, a 3, a 1, a 5, and a 2.
Right, so you lost 1 on that. So 9 damage? Pretty sure that's right. Now roll your second check.
God.
You can fire twice with this particular gun.
How do you guys automatically convert this to successes? See if my internet's working now.
Then, after you're done, we're going to do some mage cheating.
Mage cheating. Great. Okay. Cool. So am I rolling all 9 dice again?
Yep,
Oh,
second
God.
attack roll, basically, yeah.
Physically
In this
hurts
case,
me.
I'm doing it.
2 10s,
It's 4. Okay,
2
good start.
6s,
5, 6.
6.
2 or 4 3. No, sorry, 3 3. No, 4 3s. Sorry. And
Okay.
1.
So now you're gonna roll 11 d10 for damage. 6 plus 5.
I don't have that many. So sorry. I'm dying over here. How many d10s do you need?
11.
I'm putting everyone through physical pain right now.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so
Only because they're unsure who you're shooting.
I don't even know. I don't even know, guys. I don't even
I
know.
do.
Hold on, let me. Oh God, please be the bad guy.
This is a Tyler game. It's not
Let's
the
just
bad
say, let's just say one of them was.
Oh fuck. Okay. I'm sorry, whoever I'm shooting. I do not apologize, however, for being the sharpest shooter in the West. Okay.
Probably me.
Handful of dice. Do you see this, people? Okay. Okay. So I hate numbers. 2 9s, 2 8s, a 7. What the hell number is that? Oh, that's okay. A 5, a 4, 2 3s, and 2 2s.
guy. That's 5.
So, yeah, you straight up blow away one of the ghouls. Does not have fortitude as a discipline. Like, to Maisie and Joffrey, bullets fly everywhere. Like, ghouls are getting hit, but one of them gets hit, like, right in the eye. Perfect shot. Its brains splatter the wall. And Joffrey's like, woohoo! And then Maisie gets hit in the face and dies.
What?
Ah!
Joffrey,
What? What?
you're a time mage. What are you willing to sacrifice for your friends?
Oh no.
God.
Daughter. Your close friend's daughter.
Do you
How
have it?
much straights are you willing to pay to undo this?
Give him all the straights. Every single straight. Just
Oh,
give.
okay.
Just
Oh,
Except for my favorite straights. Leave them alone.
all the straights.
So basically,
are-
Joffrey, as the time mage, you realize I don't need to figure out what's going to happen. We're all going to die if I don't fix this and go back to where we don't get ambushed.
Yeah, go back in time, have everyone jump out a window. It'll be fine.
Even if you're all just in the same room. It's better than what's happening right now.
Yeah. So, how? For the folks at home, clearly,
You
how
only
does
have to-
time
you-
travel
you
work?
You only have to rewind a few turns, so it's only going to mostly wreck you.
Mostly.
Uh,
That's always good. All right. Yeah.
So your feat of time is to step several people out of time for purposes of the rulebook. And it is within a year, so that's working in your favor.
Do I have to step them all out, or? And I don't know if this
Everyone
would be
you want to
better
save,
or worse. But could I go back and just start running around telling everyone to group up? Do I have to
Yeah,
bring
come over
everyone
and-
or just
come over
myself?
and shake my body.
Oh shoot, you're.
I
If you
mean,
go back far enough, yes. You'd have to go back farther to have time to stop them from leaving the train car.
Right.
yeah, because technically you don't know that I'm on the ground.
That is true.
Or what is going on with Sir Arthur.
You assume it's bad, but you don't know how bad.
We
Oh,
could have the upper hand for all you know.
we could be winning. You say
Uh,
as someone's been shot in the face.
Now, for the
Zach
audience, I will
rules.
say, for those who missed, yes, I'm gonna address that, and other people who said the same thing. For those who don't know, weren't here for session 0, Victorian Mage doesn't work quite the same. The world has not quite become the rigid consensus it is in modern Mage. In some areas, things are still flexible, especially in a train car full of nothing but wizards and vampires. Therefore, that's why it's not actually paradox, and it's not actually vulgar. It's uncanny and extreme, and it's definitely not elegant. So it's not going to instantly blast you out of existence, but it is going to be real bad for you. It's actually less bad for you paradox-wise, straights-wise, if you move everyone back than if you go back far enough to warn them all. Harder spell, less damaging to you. You going back alone is much easier, but it's going to hurt more.
Rewind everyone.
It's fine. I'm Verbena. You can end my
Alright.
bloodline. You know, it's thousands of years old.
Gotta rewind people.
Layers.
Anyway.
I recommend some quintessence here, but let's see what happens.
Oh, definitely.
Actually, that's instant duration, so that's better. Did I get everything? Yes. Right, so you're going to need 6 successes at a difficulty of 7 unless you spend some quintessence.
Quintessence time. How much can I spend?
Up to your avatar, or Prime if you have Prime.
I do have Prime and I do have Avatar, so Avatar's higher. So I'll be spending. Ooh.
You could essentially burn it all because you only have, right now, quintessence equal to your avatar since you haven't fed on any nodes in the story.
If I spend 2
Each
quintessence.
point you spend is -1 to the DC.
Oh, okay.
Minimum 3, can't go below 3.
All right. I'll spend it all. It's the only way.
How much do you
Sacrifices.
have?
I have 3.
Nice. Right, so your difficulty is now 4.
Oh,
And I'm going to need you to mark 4 straights, please, to start.
okay. I need to find 4 straights. Hold on. 1 just.
Can't help you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
There's 3 available that I can see. Oh, there's 4. There's 4 available that I can see in Zoom.
rust. All right. First roll. I got 4 successes.
Mostly straight. That helps.
4 successes. Roll again.
And that's 3 successes.
Okay, so stand by. We're going to make this cinematic rather than burn through the turns, because there is a chance that he dies casting the spell. It took 2 turns. Even fast casting, that took 2 turns.
Wow.
So- After Maisie died, it would have been the Doctor, who's dead, and then it would have been the Ghoul Pack on Sir Arthur. So I'm going to do a cinematic roll. And try to dodge, Sir Arthur.
You need me to dodge?
Remember, you'd be splitting your dice, so half dex round down plus athletics.
Half dex. Is
Plus
it?
athletics
Do I round down? You said right.
down. Yep.
Jeez. Plus
Athletics.
athletics. See, this is gonna go terrible. Like
Yep.
difficulty what?
6.
2 successes.
So, cinematically, 1 roll to cover all your dodges, but if you actually roll the dice, every subsequent dodge you lose a dice out of your pool. Because it gets harder to dodge more than 1 attack.
I have 2 dice
There
to
are
work
5
with
of
right
them.
now.
Yes, and there are 5 of them.
Okay.
1 of them you get out of the way of, but not the other 4. We do a combined total cinematic scene again of 8 lethal damage, clawing you to death. Sir Arthur dies.
Yes,
So-
brand of the flesh.
Next would have been. Maisie, who's dead.
That's true.
And then Quincy. Plus 10 damage for a Gatling gun on 4. Plus his successive shooting. Minus the damage to the Gatling gun. He actually lays waste to most of the ghouls before he's
awesome.
overrun.
Oh, no.
And completely wrecks Sir Arthur's house. He's like grabs it and he's just like pulling it in a circle while it's firing in the middle of the house.
That's how I
And
want
then
to go out.
it would have been Joffrey's turn. For his first turn, Joffrey would have activated round 1. Round 2. Your willpower, Sean? No, Murdoch.
1,000?
Okay, Kane.
It's going to be 700.
Okay. The Tremere uses the thaumaturgical. I want to say school. It's not a school. The thaumaturgical school of controlling bodies.
Come again?
Make you stand real still for him. Lift your chin up and hold your neck out. But he fails because he couldn't beat your willpower.
Fuck yeah.
He got partial success, which means you're taking, if time wasn't about to rewind, you'd be taking penalties for the whole turn. Like if you're partially paralyzed, but he doesn't gain control of you. Then it would have been Arthur's turn, but he's dead. And then it would have been Murdoch's turn, who would have fried the Tremere. I don't even need you to roll. He was actually pretty damaged. Even if you don't kill him, you destroy the body enough, they can't do anything except squirm.
Wait, hold on before
Then
you
the ghoul-
continue. Is this time mage about to undo my killing of a vampire?
I will allow you to kill him so hard he dies twice.
All right, I'm
Actually,
for it
no.
then.
You know what? He couldn't anyways. He doesn't have correspondence.
I have correspondence too.
So you actually get to do your attack. Finish the vampire. Nothing changes for you.
Can I just go with your I fry it to pieces and move on?
I'm okay with that, yeah. 'Cause, like,
Alright.
unless, well, roll your attack. You could botch. Roll your attack. Because if your backpack botches, that's real bad. Otherwise, yes. I don't need you to roll damage.
I guess that's dexterity plus firearms.
Yep. And then subtract a second point of quintessence to make the bullet mass have way more mass than it should get.
Done.
Of the gun, of the backpack's quintessence, not your personal.
Okay, yeah. So it's at 8.
Okay, yeah. You actually do kill the vampire because the bullet impacts its throat and just rips its head off, which is one of the ways that you kill vampires.
I'm excited. He's actually surprised that he did it. Murdoch's just like, oh!
Ghoul Pack. You do a cinematic willpower roll.
The Ghoul Pack makes a cinematic willpower roll.
It means I'm only rolling twice for the group instead of one for each of them.
Just the way that this is all being phrased is very hilarious to me, and I love it.
I like how Chronicles of Darkness says it, down and dirty fighting. The Ghoul Pack, half of them rush to avenge their master, the other half rush to feed on the bleeding out master. So only 5 of the ghouls are going to try to rip you apart, Murdoch.
Oh. Huh. That's unfortunate.
With one group attack. And botch. Yeah.
Oh.
It's just a massive clusterfuck of ghouls getting nowhere, tripping over the ones feeding on the monster, trying to get at you, running into each other.
Wow.
All you need is a vaudeville stage and some accordion music. Okay. Then the Malkavian, who is laughing over what's happening with Ethan, is going to maintain the effect, so that'll burn his turn. Doctor's dead. Ghoul pack in the train thinks they accomplished their goal, so they're just tearing apart bodies. Maisie's dead. Quincy will finish burning through the second ammo box and clear the house. And now it's Joffrey's turn. So no, you didn't die. Look at that.
Joffrey's like
Second turn,
rocking
your
back
spell
and forth
goes
as
off.
he's whispering
And go ahead
calculations.
and
boom.
describe your rewind of time key style.
Yeah, all right. So Joffrey's hiding under a table, muttering the calculations to himself as everyone's dying around him. I'm imagining the whole like numbers floating around someone's head thing is beginning to happen, just very faintly in the air, and everything starts to rewind.
What does it look like in reality, though?
So in reality,
Do you like float
Oh.
dreamily back through time, or do people actually go backwards? How does it look?
yeah, they go backwards. Like Joffrey
That seems
himself
very
starts
key,
backing,
yes.
like starts speaking in reverse.
But he's aware of it, so it's really weird for Joffrey. You're really good at that, Dwayne.
Bullets start like flying back into their barrels and everything. And the
I'm
The
rewinds
train
on the
comes.
train. Not for Murdoch, though.
Murdoch
You
only gets to
rewind
kill
all the way
vampire
back
ones.
to right before. So you actually rewind right to when the doctor walks out with the new face, and you pop out of the spell just in time to hear Sir Arthur say, "Excuse me, sir, you don't belong here."
Wait, what?
Now, do they have any memory of what will happen? Okay,
You pulled them back, but they're not aware of it.
Joffrey's going to. He's gonna get up, just run over. No. Can't leave. You can't leave. No. They're going.
I'm sorry, Mr. Joffrey. You seem a bit perturbed. Are you okay?
Now, for dramatic effect and to help the party out, he's white as a sheet. He's got a slight tick in his eye, and he is covered in blood. It's warm, but it's not his.
Joffrey, what?
Whose blood are you wearing?
No.
Roll me alertness plus awareness, Maisie. You're a life mage.
She asks
Okay.
so casually, "What tarnation, woman?"
I'm gonna come here and then. Gonna kill you.
What difficulty?
6.
One success.
It's your blood.
I'm going to ask you a very personal question. Why are you covered in my own blood?
You died.
Excuse me?
You died. You will die. Oh.
I'm begging your pardon, Mr. Joffrey. Are you threatening Maisie?
No.
Explain yourself, man. What's going on?
Someone get this
They're
man a
going to
drink.
attack. They're going to attack.
Who? Who's going to attack?
And the
You're muted. There we go.
No, he's just quiet.
easts. They're going to.
Oh, was it just quiet? Sorry.
Yeah, it was very quiet.
Beasts.
Those. They shoot lightning from their hands.
And then something really weird happens, Joffrey.
Oh.
Sir Arthur splits. And one Sir Arthur walks out of the train car with the doctor, while the other doctor and the Sir Arthur stare at you. And you can see two train cars, like when you hit a bump, they kind of go off key. You guys all see blood start to come out of his left nostril.
Oh no.
His blood.
Joffrey, you might want to sit down.
Doctor.
Someone get this man a drink.
No, doctor.
Now
you
is not
need
the time for drinks.
Doctor,
No.
you need
You
I'm
try to
going-
hand him a drink?
I would like to use
There are
my.
drinks in the car.
I would like to use my life and spirit to examine his pattern.
Okay.
Yes, Maisie, yes, please, thank you.
Give me another alertness plus awareness roll.
Okay.
Sorry, Steve, what'd you say?
No, I was trying to remember who had life spheres to get them to look at Joffrey.
Do
That's 10.
do either Sir Arthur or the doctor try to give Joffrey a drink? There are many in the train car. It's brandy and brandy glasses.
Yes.
3 successes.
You hand it to him, and he's just like, I don't need a drink, and tries to grab it, and his hand phases through it.
Ah!
What? Oh,
Then he's
God's
like,
green
wait, what?
earth.
And he tries to grab it again, and his hand partially phases through it, and then the cup shatters, and it's embedded in his hand. Take 1 lethal damage, Joffrey.
Whoa. Oh.
Also, your paradox just dropped from 6 to 3. Your straights, I'm sorry,
My
Your
straights.
straights.
I'm losing my straights.
your straights burn out, and you lose half of it, but you're
Straights
taking the other
burn
half as
out.
damage that I'm spreading out over the scene.
When Maisie's done, there's something I'd like to do too, but let's see
Yeah.
what Maisie does.
I got 3 successes on that roll.
It's like his consciousness keeps going out of phase, his body too. It's not in phase with reality.
His awareness is not congruent with his body. I'm not good at this sort of magic, but can someone anchor him?
You could try to
Um,
anchor yourself, Key.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, let me bandage that. I'll tend to his hand
Yes.
wound.
Yes, please see if you are able to attend to his wounds. I'll see what I can do in his. It's not exactly. It's not exactly, I think, the perfect answer, but let me look as well. And using entropy, his progression through events, like the pattern of like. And I know it's not time exactly, but entropy is tied to time ultimately. What's his progression through the pattern of events? Like, is he jumping and skipping back and forth? Is he running parallel to us? Stuff like that.
You're just trying to sense. You cannot anchor him with entropy, but you can use it to sense. And yeah, I won't make you roll again. It's a lot of awareness rolls, but
Sure.
he's out of phase with this timeline because he's not from it. He's from a future timeline. He's not lying.
This man is Mr. Joffrey is not Mr. Joffrey.
Apparently, where he's covered in your daughter's blood. Maybe you listen to what he has to say.
Yeah.
Where did you go, Joffrey?
I didn't go anywhere. It's when I was here and
Who?
Did you time travel?
yes,
Travel through
like
time.
shaking people by their shoulders.
Very American of you.
Maisie will. She's wrapping the bandage around you. Hold still.
Time to hold still.
You need to.
Would you like to try to
Mhm.
ground yourself, Joffrey? Anchor yourself in this timeline.
Who
Can I
So
do that
the-
with time 3?
Oh yeah, you can do that with time 1. That's the very basic thing you
That's-
learn is how to ward and strengthen time. So
Anytime
roll your arete
sense.
against difficulty 4.
Right.
Sorry, Sir Arthur. Hold on one
No,
second.
no, it's okay.
At 1 success.
Roll again.
All right. Another 1 success.
Okay. So Maisie, you're bandaging him when the bandages slip through as he phases out, but you're in mid-wrap, so you can't really stop. And he phases back in, and you rip the bandage from inside of his arm, tearing his arm open. He screams in pain. You take 2 more lethal damage, Joffrey.
Ugh.
Oh, my goodness, I'm
Up
so
to
sorry.
3. So,
That has never happened before. Oh.
but then it's to you guys, to you, the rest of you. It's like he becomes more real suddenly. Whatever he's doing, he's forcing himself into this timeline. Joffrey, you suddenly feel like, okay, I think that part's over. But you got this really weird feeling. Like you attracted the attention of something timeless.
No.
That's a problem for future Joffrey.
I am future Joffrey.
Future.
What were you going to
Joffrey.
ask, Sir Arthur?
Well, first I was going to tell everyone to thank Not My Cake for a 19-month subscription. Super
19
awesome.
months.
Whoa.
Look at you.
Nice. Yep, you
Wow.
just hit 19 months. That's awesome. Thank you. I was just
yeah.
going to ask if it's only, is it just his time that was off, or could we have used spirit to anchor, his...
The only way to
again,
anchor a out-of-time mage
his
is
time?
with time.
Okay, all right, and that's all.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
One of the few instances when you can't hook it with another spear, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I was just curious. I thought
Good
maybe
question,
we could
though.
grab his spirit
Always
out
try
of
to
time
do
and
things across
shove it
spheres.
into a body in the past and just be like, "You're here now." like,
Well, with Spirit 4, you could do that, but you tear him out of his body and force him into someone else displacing their current spirit, which you could do.
that sounds fine to me.
All the straights will come to your train car, though.
We don't want all the
that
straights
less
here.
so.
That'd be pretty
Or
So
bad.
Yeah,
yes, for the
straights.
viewers who are newer to Mage, that's the cinematic way to describe paradox or the straights in Victorian Mage. When you gain a lot all at once, or when you just accrue enough, the storyteller can determine when to devilishly roll your paradox against a certain DC, and each success hurts the mage but removes paradox as reality fights back. That was him phasing in and out of reality. And if you accrue too much or do too much ogre magic all at once, you attract paradox spirits that want to fix things. They want to yank you back to your correct timeline someday, somewhere, somehow.
Has Key made the?
But that's
roll
future
for
Joffrey's
himself?
problem.
I'm future Joffrey.
He was able to anchor himself, yes.
Okay, all right.
So you can now clearly elucidate what's happening to him, Joffrey.
Now, what is happening?
They kick down the doors in the cart and a lot for me. I'm sorry. Joffrey starts going from pale to green, like he's about to throw up.
That, by the
He's
way, is
still
when it
covered
occurs to
in-
you. They're about to kick down the doors.
They're
You
about to-
accomplished one goal. You're all going to be in the same car when it happens in 3 turns.
I prep my guns.
Time.
For which
Well, he
direction?
hasn't
From
told you
where?
that yet.
Oh,
From where? Now,
They-
quickly.
They come from both doors. We have a matter of seconds.
I want to reach out as quick as I can with Entropy 3 Correspondence 2. Old-timey train cars like this, you have to do the step across, right? There's the little platforms, okay? I'm assuming, if he's saying that they're just walking through, that's all I have to go on. I want to reach off and I want to entropy the metal on the step into our train car at a distance going in both directions so that the next people who step on those fall underneath the train.
Well, so Maisie will say, Father, can you empower the wards and make them into traps?
Can I? Can I do either of the two things that have just been said?
I'm clicking buttons. Entropying the floor will be faster.
Okay.
You can do both, but the entropy effect looks like it'll be faster and number of successes needed.
Okay. We'll have to talk about entrapping wards. So it would just be that thing where they're like walking all
Done.
badass, and then when they step on that metal to come in through our door, it's just gonna collapse out from under them, and they're gonna get wrecked by the train.
So, you need difficulty 4, 2 successes, because this is what you do.
And that's just an arete roll, right?
Yep.
Okay, arete roll, difficulty 4. Here we go. That's gonna cancel out 1 success. That's 2 successes, which was my goal. You said, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Your spell is successful. Ethan, what are you going to do? I saw something in Discord, but tell everybody.
I am going to go Warbirdie.
Actually, describe it. That's more exciting.
Okay. So I'm so sorry. This is so comical in my head, and I know it's not supposed to be comical. It's supposed to be nice and dark. You suddenly see.
Yeah, but where Raven form is comical, there's nothing to do about that.
Okay. Oh, okay. As long as it's not just me. So, you see.
The book specifically says they don't like doing it because it's so silly looking.
Darn. But yay. You see Ethan's back start to arch out, and you hear cracking noises, like each and every bone is changing. Well, I mean, it is changing shape. And you see pinpricks of blood start to cover his skin and drip off as feathers begin to protrude from his skin, but he doesn't shrink. He becomes this anthropomorphic raven where the wings come off from the arm, not like a full wing, but kind of, and I don't know if the book has this, but this is for my artistic purposes. He still has his hands, but they're bird feet fingered now, and at the end of every single raven toe is long, dangerous looking claws, and a very short beak begins to grow, and it sounds as if you've ever heard tile popping because the foundation is settling. That's what that sounds like. And you hear some skin sloughing off, falling in wet glops onto the floor as the feathers displace some of the skin. And the eyes are half human, half bird. So there's slight whites of the eyes, enough that you know this isn't an animal, but not quite human. And he does have a slight tail, which, of course, makes the very same sounds that the rest of the feathers do when growing from his skin. And his feet are now large raven feet as well. And another artistic addition, when he opens his beak, there's razor-sharp teeth within them. The end.
Maisie, is there anything you'd like to do in preparation? Oh, sorry, I thought you were done. Carry on. Okay.
Oh, I said the end.
Yeah, so, Maisie's like, Father doesn't want to empower my lords, fine, I'll empower them myself. And so, starts giving an incantation over the wards that she's already given. Trying to, so, I've got life 3. Is that enough to hurt the first people to cross the wards?
Yes.
Okay, so she starts
How much
giving...
would you like to hurt them?
I'm sorry?
How much would you like to hurt them? A little, a moderate, or a shitload?
I mean, this guy just like staggered in wearing my own blood saying that I died, so a whole bunch.
He did!
And so,
Okay.
so she does her whole verbena thing where, like, her hand's already covered with her own blood because she's been, like, wiping it on the lintels. And so she'd like, all right, where can I make another fucking cut? Okay. And so she starts, invoking Athena as the Grecian goddess of defensive combat, but then looks over and sees what Ethan's up to, like, nope, Morgan, we could really use your help right about now, please.
Go ahead and roll your arete. You have 5 rolls, but you don't have 5 turns, and you only need 3 successes, but the difficulty is 6.
Okay.
Unless you burn some quintessence.
I will burn. I've got 3. I will burn 8 quintessence.
Difficulty is 5.
Okay. Oh, that's a 10. Okay. Oh, that's a really good roll. Okay, 3 successes already.
Okay.
Okay, 3 successes on that roll.
All you needed.
Hooray!
You
Oh, that
actually
was
only needed 2 successes, so you moved up a step on the damage chart.
Oh, that.
What about you, Doc?
Quintessence well spent.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did roll a 5.
Oh.
I was also thinking of empowering Maisie's words well, but I don't want to mess up that magic. I have life 4. Try and do some heart stoppages.
So you could prep it so that when they come through, it's already most of the cast.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, right. Also, I should point out, every single one of you, 2 paradox, except Ethan, because they're 2 straights. Because every single thing you're doing is very extreme and or vulgar, depending on what area you're in.
But I don't wanna.
Oh boy.
Stopping hearts, you say?
Yes. I don't know exactly what's coming through.
To a single target, it's going to be a difficulty of 6 with 4 successes required. If we change that to a group, difficulty goes to 7. Successes don't change. And that's a small group, not all of them. Like the first few to come through.
Well, let's burn a quintessence and bring it back down to 6 for the group.
Roll it. You get 2 rolls before they burst through, and then if you need to, you keep going.
I am rolling arete, correct?
Yep. You might could get it with a good roll.
What was it? 6, right?
6.
Yeah. So there's 2, 3, and I get to re-roll that 10. 4. That's 4.
Done. That's what you needed. You'll be ready when they come through.
Huss, huss, huss. With blade waving in the air.
Now, it's too bad. It's early, because this would be the perfect cliffhanger. But it's not. So they come through the door, and a couple of things are going to happen. First off, exactly what Arthur wanted to happen happens. When they storm through everywhere they step, the floor collapses. All the way to the ground. The train car breaks in half and starts to tilt and fall into 2 pieces and go rolling off the tracks. You broke the car. Right down the middle.
No.
While that's happening, though, it gets even better. Ghouls that don't go flailing down and get run over or hit by debris or train wheels see Ethan transform into a were-raven, and there's this little thing called delirium that happens to mortals who see shapeshifters change form. Doesn't happen to mages, at least not these mages. It does happen to ghouls. Everyone that actually sees you do it screams and jumps off the train. Just break and run. Except for the 3 who walk in the train door, gasp for air, their faces turn pale, and then blood comes splurting out of their eyes and mouths as their hearts explode.
Ethan caws in appreciation.
And the one that actually just explodes into gore that splatters everywhere that hits the ward. You're going to be traumatized by this, Joffrey.
Wow.
So not only does he have future Maisie's blood, but now it's just like splat, splat.
Remember
over
our
here,
offline
like,
discussion
yes.
about the different... Now, I will point this out too, for you guys and for the audience. Remember our offline discussion about the difference between a prepared mage and an unprepared? You just saw it. You died, and you wiped them off the map. That's the difference. And also, the one that exploded into gore was the lieutenant leader, Tremere. So he's real dead.
How dead is he?
Real
But then
dead.
the train car is broken about across the bottom, so it splits out this way, and with a horrible tearing of metal, it goes flat and then starts flipping over and over and pulls the train with it because it was still attached.
I mean,
Whoa,
To
what?
derail the train,
Is that a
your car was
dexterity
right in the middle. It was right in the middle. You took out the entire bottom of the floor. It was still attached to the ceiling, so it kind of went flat. And then it tried to roll off the track and pulled the train with it because it's still attached to both ends. The train derails.
Oh. This is worse than what happened before.
at least we're still alive.
For now.
Can the rest of this game just be Joffrey like having to reverse time and like solve this one moment?
Joffrey runs in as Joffrey's explaining, like, no, you
That's-
have to get ready. No,
Yep.
don't split the train in half.
That's the episode. Just Joffrey jumping back 50 times. Just,
5 Joffreys by
I was
the
gonna
end of the
say-
session.
gosh.
He's by the time we're done, he's just gonna look like Tom Cruise going, "Fuck."
Damn it.
Okay,
Oh.
so let's do athletics plus dex, but only half your dex because you're splitting your action. For everyone, announce your results in order, beginning with Doctor after you roll. Difficulty 7 because the train is flying through the air. Also, another amusing note: because you're mages who try to be cautiously elegant and subtle, because you're fighting vampires who hide in the shadows, we call this Skilamalink because that's a Victorian word for shadows and quiet. It's not true anymore. I'm gonna have to change the name of this adventure.
So are we announcing in the normal order?
Wait, what are we rolling?
No, do Dwayne, the Doctor, Ethan, Maisie, Sir Arthur, and then Jeffrey.
Half your dex and then your athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah,
Difficulty
so
7.
Oh,
my
no.
3 fucking dice.
Half dex. Do we round down or round up?
I botched.
Oh.
Down.
I'm pretty sure I botched.
Don't botch, no.
I'm sorry.
Difficulty what?
7.
That's 3.
Difficulty Devon.
3 out of 3 ain't bad.
3 is a complete success.
Oh, sweet.
You actually grab a hold of something and ride it out. So you actually only take 3 bashing damage as you are lacerated and bashed to hell. But
Yay.
pretty good. Ethan, remember, you're in Were-Raven form. It's your enhanced dex.
Oh shoot! What is that?
Should be on your sheet, but I'm pretty sure it's plus 3 or 4. Scroll down to the second
Usually
page of the
plus
PDF.
3.
+3.
Not the mage sheet, but your actual PDF. Yeah, Rachel.
Oh, yeah, I don't have that open.
Stat.
And if my
Wait, do you know off the top of your head, Rachel, what the strength boost is for a werewolf? Because that's what the dex boost is for a were-raven.
I think it's 4. In Krynos, it's disgusting.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's
so
4
you
as
got
well.
4 dex.
oh lordy.
Because
Okay.
you have less strength but more dex.
Goddamn numbers. Wait, less strength but more. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's
Yeah, were-ravens aren't strong, but they're fast.
So it's 9 dice I get to roll. God damn.
Also, it's an
numbers.
athletics check. In Were Raven form, all your athletics checks are -2, so your difficulty is 5.
Okay.
Always go war form.
Well,
Even if you look like a emo Big Bird.
emo Big Bird. God damn it, Tyler. Oh, you made me like squint my eyes so hard that my contact moved because I was just that. Anyway. Okay, so Rachel explained to me that 6 and up are successes.
Ones usually take away, but Tyler's house rule is that if you roll a 10, that doesn't happen.
Okay, I have 5 successes.
Yeah, 110
no
kills on
10s.
ones for me because I'm brutal. How many successes?
5.
That is a critical success, so you can lend 2 successes to Joffrey when we get to him. Maisie,
Nice.
what'd you get?
So I rolled a 5, a 3, and a 1.
Oh no. Well,
So
oh,
I
no,
might
that
need
is a
some of
botch.
those lent successes.
You're gonna have to decide who to help, Maisie or Joffrey.
Oh.
Ethan. There's no time to get to them both. Unless you have a cool gift that lets you do
There's-
something nifty.
There's no
But I don't
time,
think
you
so.
say.
I approve of that. Can I use that moment? Can he pause it and I go help them both?
How difficult would it be to cast a spell
mean-
to dilate Ethan so he can move fast enough to catch us both?
To dilate Ethan, that
While
sounds
flying through the air on a
terrifying.
botched dodge roll, pretty hard.
Okay, never mind. You're on your own. Good luck.
I feel like I owe Maisie for accidentally shooting her in the face and killing her last time. So
Wait, it wasn't
Even though
you.
you don't
It
remember
was
doing
someone
it,
else. It was not you. You're good.
Oh,
You're
it was,
fine.
It was
Right,
not
doesn't
me.
count.
The other
mean, like,
Ethan
I
doesn't count.
technically blame the vampire inflicting dementation on you, but I won't say
Mhm.
no to the help.
Player feels guilty that they shot you.
So Maisie, instead of 3 lethal damage, because you botched, you only take 1. However, Were Raven takes 1 lethal also. But you're a Were Raven. You'll super heal that next turn. And what about the good doctor?
You Joffrey?
Oh, I'm sorry. I called him the doctor. What about Sir Arthur, leader of the pack?
Oh, yeah. I had 2 successes.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 1 bashing damage, you hit your head real hard on a window, but then you catch yourself and ride it out.
Okay, 2 bashing damage.
And then you said, Joffrey, you botched?
So I would have had 2 dice with half dex plus athletics. And then I'm also injured, so that's a -1. And I rolled a 1
Yes,
on
it
1
is.
die.
Ooh.
So,
Oh,
Yep.
yeet.
How much damage did you already have?
I have 3 lethal already.
Oh, okay.
I'm nice knowing you guys. Go
Luckily,
go on.
the person who can resurrect you is not dead this time around.
I'm
So
alive.
yes, you all hear the horrible crunch as the doctor's neck shatters when he hits the wall and bends like you shouldn't. The train rolls, the screech of metal, screaming. Could be the wheels, could be the other passengers, could be both. Smell of freshly cut grass, dirt. Sense of buoyancy as the piece of train you're all on hits like a retention pond nearby and hits the water. Cold ass water, blowing wind, and then just quietness.
English water, too. Ugh.
English water too. Accurate. You all have time to take quick stock, and you realize Jeffrey's dead. Moments matter, Doc, because life 4, you can't wait too long. It's like the difference between Ray's dead and whatever that other Revivify in D&D.
Yeah. Hold on, let me look it up real quick.
Covered in everyone's blood.
Also, you remember what happened to Joffrey when he messed with time?
Yeah, it's gonna happen to me too. But that's okay. Actually, you know what? I don't think I can do this.
Yeah, Life 4 does let you bring them back from the dead as long as they're freshly dead.
And you can't get fresher than me. I just died.
You can't create life yet because you need mind, you need spirit, but you can return life as long as he's willing. Even if he's unwilling, you can contest it and try to force it.
No.
He has not fully
Okay.
become a wraith yet.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
don't want to come
shade.
back.
I
wanna
have
be a
five.
wraith.
I have 5 minutes.
If he doesn't bring you back, I
Can I be a
will.
wraith? Oh my
I
God.
will eat your body so that you can not be left out in the. Anyway,
Only his eyes. Only his eyes. But yes, I have 5
If you
minutes.
did fail to
before-
resurrect him, it's going to get real weird next week when I bring him back as a wraith. Anyways,
Okay.
You won't.
So I will drag his
so
body
you're willing
out
to
of the
try.
I am
Okay.
willing to try. I will drag his
I'll set
body
this
out
up
of the
while
water.
you explain it.
Yes, I will drag his body out of the water onto the bank. And then I will rip open his shirt, take my scalpel, start drawing in some life sigils on his body. I draw the exact same ones on my already re-scarred chest. Or actually, yeah, it would have re-scarred over.
Can Macy help with this with Life 3?
Yes, you can assist in the ritual, lending your dice to the roll, so you both take turns rolling.
And
Okay.
then
Which is good, because it's going to be intense.
this is where the creepiness comes in. So, in order to give life, I must give life. So I will tear off my pinky with the knife
Oh, I like
on my
it.
left finger, my left hand, and I will place it inside Joffrey's mouth. Life for life.
Doctor, is that
It'll grow back. Don't worry.
Seems unsanitary.
is that necessary?
Yes.
Carry on.
Whether it is or not, he does it.
Maisie nods in agreement. This is totally keeping with her paradigm.
I like how everyone questioned Joffrey's watch, but this is perfectly acceptable.
I'm questioning the.
Here's where it gets even worse. You can already see because this wasn't like in the middle of nowhere train line. This was going between and through cities,
People are
right?
starting to walk over.
Which means you have to fast cast. So, difficulty will be 7.
Well, hold on. Where exactly are we? Like, what's like?
Somewhere
Okay.
halfway between Bethlehem Hospital and London, and in the suburb.
So we're still in the city.
You never
Okay.
really left it on this train route, correct?
Okay.
Like the outskirts.
Okay.
Difficulty will be 7. You will need 6 successes between the two of you. Yeah. Begin, Doctor. You go first.
6 successes
Also-
between the two of us.
Also, since you're splitting it, you can thank Maisie. You will both take 3 straights. As the paradox washes between the two of you instead of all of it on Dwayne.
Do the straights consent to this?
I
Did
I
they
will,
say that
Straights,
right?
the straights are eager for this.
I will allow this.
The straights would very much like to ravage them.
Ooh.
Now here's the fun part. Do I actually want to roll it in astral, or do I want to do it with my physical dice?
Physical dice, the more obedient.
Physical dice, because physical dice are more fun and you can lie to me.
I was just about to say, you just lie. Just whatever you do.
To keep
just
a
lie.
PC alive.
All right.
No,
I
let
am
me become
rolling
a wraith. It'll be
I am
fine.
rolling Arete, correct?
Yes.
Just to make sure. With target of 7, right?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, that's a 10. So that's a 2.
Good start.
And another 10 is 1. It's 3. That's 3.
Maisie, go.
Okay. So Maisie is already pretty banged up and bloody, and she will just smear her blood just all over Joffrey as she's chanting something about life, death, and rebirth, and we're just going to accelerate the timeline for this rebirth. What's the difficulty?
7.
7.
1 success.
4. Round 2. Go, Doc.
Mm,
It's funny how in each timeline I become covered in Maisie's blood.
that's 1, 2, and a 10.
Wait,
2.
some things are just fixed points in time.
2 successes.
6. That's it. That's what you needed. Go ahead and roll awareness plus alertness, Arthur, which is what you sent me in Discord. Sir Arthur is a Chakravanti, yes?
Yes.
Or Akashayana. I couldn't remember
No,
which of the two.
Chakravanti.
As a Chakravanti,
Chakravanti.
is obsessed with death and chooses to watch what happens through the shroud
You said what?
with his eyes of entropy. Awareness plus perception. Difficulty 8.
3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 7 dice. Can I use willpower to make sure I get as much out of this as I can, since I know what they're doing?
No, because the difficulty is set by the gauntlet because you're in the city. Willpower, if you botch, though, you can spend it to not take the side effect of botch. But it won't automatically make you get anything cool.
Here we go. Difficulty 8, you said?
Yep.
That's 3 8s and a 1, so 2 successes. And then like a bunch of 5s
right.
and 3s and whatnot.
2 is not complete, but solid. So when he dies, you see that something slips out of him and falls down, but also sideways. And then, you're not sucked into it, but you sense the vertigo as if you were. Up becomes down, left becomes right, and everything gets grayed over and smoggier and foggier than London in the Victorian era. And everything instantly starts to rot and crumble just a little bit, in some places a lot. The buildings, the plants, the structures. And it's like you're in a dark reflection where everything is constantly slowly dying of the real world. All the people disappear except you can see Joffrey, except that's where his body should be, but all you see is almost like an egg, almost like a quivering jello-like egg of swirling white and green. You walk over to it, you kind of poke it, and it quivers and wobbles, and you can sort of see the outline of Joffrey inside of it.
Never with my finger, with my cane.
Yes. You can kind of see his outline inside of it, like he's in some kind of cocoon. And then you hear a noise that's somewhere between a scream and laughter, and you look, and coming up over the rise are 2 beings. You can't call them human. They're carrying pickaxes and they're wearing clothes of mine workers. But they're far too tall, and they're twisted in odd ways, and they have an arm all the way around, one in the front, one in the back, one on the left, one on the right.
Okay.
They have dual tails coming out, and their faces are split in half with 2 eyes and half the mouth, and then 2 eyes and half the mouth, but they're not flesh. They're made out of some kind of ectoplasm in that weird form. They see the cocoon, and they charge towards it. And they look at you, and one of them points at you and screams, and the scream actually makes you nauseous and knocks you back right out of the shadow world and into the real world, just in time to see Joffrey sit up, gasping for air and spitting blood out.
right after his any broken bones would have like cracked back into place.
Spit out the bit of pinky
Yes.
that was placed in my mouth.
You're still You're still at 5 damage, but it's all bashing now, and you're not unconscious. Instead of dropping to 4 lethal, I'm turning it all bashing, but you're still full, which means you can't even move. You can just sit there and gasp. You go, God, it hurts.
Could I cast a mind spell to make my mind ignore the pain?
It's actually a pretty basic effect. It's actually a pretty basic effect for a time. Well, how much mind do you have?
I have mind 3.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll stamina plus meditation.
Oh.
I did this on Sunday.
Ah. Yep.
Right, well, difficulty of
6 standard.
2 successes.
Yes. So you're still taking the penalties should something terrible happen, but you're not experiencing it. You separate yourself from it. It's like Dwayne. Can't feel the dead part of his mouth, but he can still bite his lip off. Can't damage himself. It doesn't hurt. And that's a perfect time to pause until next week with Joffrey coming back to life.
Oh,
Gasp.
How dare you?
Better than the train wreck cliffhanger I really wanted to do.
That was intense. It was so good.
That was amazing.
wow.
Was
This
an
is-
intense session.
This is addictive.
Viewers, thank you for experiencing Chapter 3 of our Victorian Mage story, Skilamalink with us. We'll return with Chapter 4 next Tuesday at 9 p.m. right here. Come for the edge of your seat drama. If you enjoyed this show, we're Vorpal Tales, and we play terrifying tales and awesome adventures live on Twitch every day of the week at twitch.com/Vorpal Tales. Link soon in chat. Specific to Mage, every Sunday at 9, we have a Mage cult crossover called White Walls. Mage the Ascension 20th Anniversary Edition, just like this, but in the modern era, for now. We also have Scarred Lands every Friday. You can go to our website, vorpaltales.com, to see our calendar for all the other awesome shows we play in other systems. Oh, yes. And right now, Trinity Continuum Aberrant's playing Dark Superheroes on Saturdays in Quantum Nights, run by Dwayne. Don't forget to check out Indiegogo for Victorian Mage. The book is awesome. As you can see, it just passed another stretch goal today. More are coming. You should go check it out. Ever will drop the link before we will sign off. Also, don't forget, it's a Vorpal Tales anniversary week. So Onyx Path is hooking everyone up with free stuff. Follow Onyx Path. Go to our channel, follow us, twitch.tv/Vorpal Tales. And be active in our chat or this one every day of the week. Any day, not every, of the week this week. And on Friday, you will go in an entry for 3 potential prizes. Grand prize, Scion 2E bundle. And the 2 runner-ups get their choice of a Story Path core book. Awakened extraordinary gentle beings, let the viewers know who you are one more time. The next place this week people can find you with us and not with us.
Yeah, hello, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere, especially Twitter and Instagram, and I've also got a Ko-Fi. And you can see me, let's see, I'm off Plastic Age Place this Wednesday, but I will be back here on Thursday running a Changeling the Dreaming Chronicle, also set in Victorian London. Turns out that the Technocracy is meeting at this random manor called Bletchley Park. Changelings are gonna crash it. That'll be fun.
Also, watch last week's episode to see what happened with the Queen.
Yes, last week they got to speak with Her Majesty Queen Victoria. It was a lot of fun playing that. Yeah, and then Sunday I'm gonna be in White Walls, and I'm super excited for that one too.
Cool.
That's all my stuff.
I'm at Space Lord PJs. You can catch me tomorrow night running Tales from the Loop. It'll be a first session 0 actually. We'll be creating characters, have a small adventure. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. Looking forward to it.
Cool game. You should come check it out.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hey Hey everybody, I have been Ethan, and I will now shapeshift back into Ever, whose pronouns are they, them, and...
Oh, look at that. Perfect timing for Ever this time.
Yeah, yeah. So, I love watching my team dance. It's so much fun. So, yeah, you can find me on the internet as Changeling Ever. You can find me on Etsy as Neat and Co Designs, as in, hey, Ever, that's a really neat song that your DM has picked out for this game ending. And you will find me tomorrow playing Tales from the Loop, which is going to be rad. Groovy? I mean, they still use 70s
Radly
slang,
groovy.
little...
Rad. It would have been rad.
Audacious, even.
Audacious.
That would have been like the 90s, maybe.
Mm.
Yeah, 80s, it would have been rad.
Maybe these middle
Forward to it.
schoolers coined it.
Maybe. Maybe.
Remember, the California's the trendsetter.
More California facts. Okay. I believe I'm next. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve. I have been playing Sir Arthur. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade, and next time you can see me is tomorrow at Vorpal Tales, playing in said Tales from the Loop, being an absolute little brat.
Are you part of the club?
I'm in the goddamn club, aren't I?
I'm Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama. You can find me on Thursdays in a chilling tale in Black Void as Old Man Madara.
And it is me, Dwayne, the one and only spicy cruciferous vegetable. The next time that you will see me will be running said Black Void game on Thursday.
And I'm EldritchEchoes Online. I'm here on Vorpal Tales a lot. I'll call out special attention though to Saturday, where you can want to come watch us play superheroes Onyx Path style in Aberrant. And now, for our Ride or Die viewers, it's vote time. Audience, if you're still around, you can vote for your favorite player this session. If you vote for them, they get a free point of quintessence to use in the next session. Cast, your votes for each other is, as usual, free willpower. Cast, begin.
Oh, I'm so torn. This was so cool. I'm giving mine to Key because just your roleplay when you came out of the time travel and trying to communicate, not really knowing like what's going on. It was really cool. Just your body language and the way you spoke, it was amazing.
Thank you.
Body language beat drop.
I'm gonna give my vote to Steve for being the whitest, most stodgiest British dude just ever. Like, I just want to slap your character. It's just, yeah.
But Murdoch, you bastard!
It's even better when you picture him as an old Pierce Brosnan doing it with a beard and an angry face.
Right, it's kind of there, and it's just like, oh god, he just hates you so much.
No. It's really hard. It's always hard. God dang it. I'm gonna have to give it to Dwayne for number one, opening with that Cabbage Patch thing. Number two, ending with the spicy vegetable, and all the in-between bits of your life magic were amazing. Your shapeshifting and your pinky finger. Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
Life begets life.
Let's get that on a shirt.
Oh, geez. I was 5 seconds ago. I was gonna vote for Key for the absolute amazing everything. Honestly, however, I did remember that the only person who I believe outright killed a vampire on his own with no help tonight, and was Murdoch. So Murdoch, take my goddamn vote. You vampire killing bastard.
was actually gonna apologize to Murdoch for the lack of screen time, but then I remembered this because he just super murdered a boss.
Like, I mean,
I just sit in here on mute for the rest of the night and just like, I'm done. I'm good. I'm out.
I have a sandwich, I guess.
If I could walk, if I wasn't producing, I would have walked away and made a sandwich.
Not without dramatically dropping something.
Right. Or a cat. I shouldn't say.
My vote would have to go to Murdoch as well, more as an apology for not being able to let you kill a vampire a second time.
I mean, in his head, he did it twice, so I think we're good.
No, is that right?
Yeah.
In case Machete isn't here, I think they meant Dwayne when they said doctor, but I'm not sure. If you're still here, Machete, did you mean the doctor?
Or
Yeah,
the
the-
doctor.
The timing made it
Made of kimchi?
sound. Yeah, the timing made it sound like it was for
Joffrey.
or Steve. Unsure. Too many titles.
Doctor.
This is why we have
Is he going to make it doctor? I don't know, doctor.
yes for doctor.
Yeah.
He
Thank you.
meant kimchi.
Thank you.
He
Yeah,
meant kimchi. Thank you,
Kimchi
Machete.
is doctor. Joffrey is professor. I am sir.
I'm
Yeah.
Professor Who.
Who's left to vote?
Space
Me.
Dice also get a vote.
Yes, that's you.
I'll take it.
I am going to vote for Maisie because
Thank you.
in wizarding school or mage school, the first thing they taught us was wards. I totally forgot about that shit. So good thing that you did.
Awesome.
Excellent being excellent to each other.
And I
You
just want to
voted
say
yes?
thank you.
Yes.
I did vote,
Yes.
yes. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's voting in chat. This is awesome. Love you guys putting in your
Yes.
thoughts and opinions, and we appreciate it. Thank you all for hanging out.
When you guys participate, it's more awesome.
Yes.
And we'd like to thank you all once again for sharing this story with us. For now, until we return next week, you're going to have to be bricky and avoid the morphs, because we promise our Giggle Mugs will be back next Tuesday. And a good evening to you all.